Welcome to Rabble Rousers Sports Talk.
Rabble Rousers,
Rabble
Rabble
Rousers.
Rousers.
I
Oh,
almost lost my wording on that one. So I was
that's all
like,
right. It's all right. It's Monday. We're all waking up. Unfortunately, just some terrible news.
yeah. So Dwayne Haskins passed away Saturday early morning. Um, got hit by a dump truck.
He
Just
was
pray
only
for the
24.
family. 24. He was only in the league for like 3 or 4 years, I believe.
Yeah. So it was the second
So
year with the Steelers, man. And
yeah, I was going to the second season as a
go
Steeler.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So I was like, just pray for the family, for the loss of Dwayne Haskins, and pray for healing for them.
Yeah. That's some really shocking news. I just Saturday morning, I looked at it and I was like, what? It's really unfortunate. I there was head coach Mike Tomlinson was interviewed, and he was pretty heartbroken. Obviously, it's just, I don't know. It's rough. It's not much more to report other than that, than it's just being very
Yeah,
yeah, very sad news. So
it really does. Just to lose someone is heartbreaking. So
right, yeah, it's unfortunate.
so,
Well,
but then
do we want to try to move past this unfortunate news to any other sports talk right now?
all right, let's start with the Giants' first pick of the second. Well, they have two picks in the first round, but we'll start with the first pick.
Yeah.
I'll hop on this one,
Okay.
and I'm going Kyle Hamilton, the safety from Notre Dame.
You know what, sir? I couldn't agree with you more because that's who I was choosing.
Hey, we're on
why,
the same page.
why, why is it that we're going with this guy?
Well, I think he's the best safety, and honestly, the Giants lost of what they had with defense. Of course, they need help with offense too. They can go wide receiver, but if you have Kyle Hamilton at your landing spot, if that's he's still there, you gotta take the guy. It's
Yeah,
like he's a stud of a safety. He's not the fastest, but he's smart and he can tackle.
right. So the guy can hit. You're right. He's not the quickest guy. He's not slow by any means, but he's just not
No,
the fastest, obviously. But he's young enough. They need the help, like they said. I think they need a lot of help a lot of places. But this, I think, will get them in the right track to help their secondary. So, yeah.
I agree, and like I said, this if he really does land in this spot, this is gonna be a steal for the Giants. It will be hard for them to pass up.
Yeah.
I also thought about maybe a quarterback because I think Dan Jones is showing that he's not the answer
Yeah.
that we
Well,
maybe thought he would be. So
it's not a strong quarterback class, so it is a little
no,
tricky to take one. But you're right. At least maybe a developmental guy. Man, words are
hey,
hard. Did that even make sense? Developmental guy. I did it that time. Oh.
hey, that's what Trey Lance is, right?
Right, right. That's exactly it. He's on trial right now. He's being tested. All right. So what's next on the bulletin, my friend?
Next one is the Panthers' first pick. You want to take this one
So
or?
speaking of developmental, now that I can say the word quarterbacks, and you speaking of Trey Lance, I if this lands in their favor, I was going to go with Malik Willis as quarterback.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
funny story because I almost went with that,
I mean
but I
he's
have
he's a developmental guy, and he's got a good arm. Um,
he's he has more upside than Trey Lance
he's
did
got
too.
more upside, yeah. So hopefully, he can prove well for him, and especially in a year of developmental guys like Trey Lance. I'm not going to be done saying developmental now that I can say it. So
it's gonna be all day
all day.
going show.
Basically, there'll be the name of the show will be developmental. Bam.
Not a new name.
Who do you got?
I do have a quarterback, but it's not Malik. I got Kenny Pickett, quarterback from Pitts.
Oh, okay. Tell me about this guy.
He's I want to say he's more athletic than Malik, but he can still scramble. What amazing about this guy is I want to say it was the bowl game. He was running and he fakes the slide and then jukes the defender.
Dude, yeah.
That's smart. I was like, typically you don't want to do that in the regular season, but I believe it was a bowl game,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, I'm here to try to win the game."
I'm here to win.
He fakes the slide, and the defender like dove, and he's like, "Nope," and keep on running. I was like, "Man,
that's okay." In this quarterback friendly era that we are in, that's a meme. It's just ruthless because no defender wants to hit a quarterback because they don't want the flag thrown. So they're like, yeah, and then he's all, gotcha. That's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. And plus, he kind of reminded me Drew Brees a little bit. He's not the tallest, not the biggest arm, but he's a smart guy that can avoid pass rush. So I think he has a great future in the NFL. I think Malik as well. Both of them do. I think this is the only two quarterbacks I believe is like, okay, these two guys could be the quarterback of the.
There's potential.
But the other quarterbacks, I'm like, nope.
Right. It'll be an interesting season. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, topic number 4. Lakers fire Coach Vogel.
Yeah. You want to talk first? Or want me?
I'll take this one. All right. I love it. Last year we went to the play-in, couldn't make the playoff after you couldn't win that playing game to make to the playoff. You got close, but you didn't make the playoffs. This year, you had LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Westbrook, could not make the playoffs. And you as a coach, if you have LeBron James, you want to listen to LeBron James. In the beginning of this trade that happened, I was like, this is not going to work out. Just the fact that those are two, Westbrook and LeBron James are two exact same player, but LeBron can shoot better than Westbrook. Westbrook is a good passer. He can rebound.
Mm-hmm.
With another star, it does not work out because he has to be the only star on the team.
Yeah.
To have him look good. So it's like as a player, you want him to shoot threes and score, and him and LeBron does not work out together. They're almost the exact same player. So it's like that's not going to work out unless one goes onto the bench. And of course, LeBron, he's not going to the bench yet. It's like at one time I seen him being a bench if he goes to the same team as his son, and that's like in a couple of years. So till then, nope.
My take is, of course he was going to get fired. That man didn't stand a chance playing on that dumpster fire of a team right now. It's not the players, okay? It's the fact that he can't make decisions, nor can he stand up to the ownership who is making crappy decisions for him. So what the Lakers need is a coach that can stand up and say, hey, this is my team. I don't want to hear it. Either you take it the way I see it, or you don't take it at all. And the problem is with Vogel, he's not a terrible coach, not at all. He's not a bad. He understands the
No.
game, but what happens is you have a guy like Logan who's not very. He's not going to stand up tall and tell you, "Listen, it's my team," and there's no respect for him in the locker room because of that. And like I said, the upper echelon of that organization is kind of a dumpster fire right now. So unless they get a coach that can take the reins and go,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like this way for a while for the Lakers. It doesn't
I
matter who
tell,
they put in there.
I tell LeBron leaves the Lakers because technically LeBron is the coach,
Well,
makes all
there's
decisions for the Lakers. So it's like I love LeBron, don't get me wrong,
yeah,
but only coach they'll ever get is someone that will let LeBron make decisions, and that's the sucky part about having LeBron on your team. You're not ready to coach.
right. Well, there's that, and there's LeBron, there's the LeBron, but the whole like I don't know, the player moves and the people that brought in, that it was never really his choice to begin with. He just walked in and he was a body. He was not a coach. And like I said, whether it was LeBron or anyone else on that team,
Yeah,
he never had control of that team, and I don't think that was completely his fault. But uh, it's not going to work out bringing another coach just like him. So unless they can grab a coach that can really take the reins, yeah, it's just going to be a dumpster fire continuously. So,
I agree.
all
All
right.
right, NBA playing starts tomorrow. I'm loving it. Can't wait to watch it.
It's exciting.
We'll get to see kind of who makes the seventh seed
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow and Wednesday, because both teams that playing for the seventh seed are one's playing Tuesday, one's playing for on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have, I think the Nets are gonna beat Cleveland
Ooh.
Cavaliers.
Oh, it hurts. Okay, continue.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough good game. But if Ben Simmons might play playoffs if the Nets make the playoffs. So,
Yeah.
and
So you're
then
rooting that way. I got you. Okay.
I got the Clippers being the T Wolves. I'm pulling the upset. They're on fire right now, so I think the Clippers are gonna take that one. And then Wednesday you got the Hawks versus Hornets. I'm
Right.
taking Hawk. Actually no, I'm taking the Hornets on that one. And then like these games right here on Wednesday, it's tough to pick. You got the Spurs in New Orleans. I will have to pick the Spurs on this one.
Okay. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit. I don't know if I have a full breakdown as detailed, but you're going to disagree with me, and maybe for good reason. But I'm taking the Cavs over the Nets, and it's really just more of an emotional response and not so much a statistical response. But I got to rock Steph Curry all day. I'm sorry. He always plays lights out, and I think he's going to do it continuously. So um, then the Clippers, I think I agree. The Clippers are going to take it. Let's see here. The Hornets, the Hawks. Oh man, it's like going. Which one do you
Mm-hmm.
take? Which one?
Yeah, because I always pick the Hawks, but I was
Yeah,
like,
I was honestly, I was jumping on the Hawks, and then you said it, and I was like, well, maybe it is the Hornets. I don't know. Just to give the counter option, I'm going with the Hawks. Spurs. I'm taking Spurs. Let's see here, and that's it, right? I'm missing. Yeah. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
no, it's going to be exciting gameplay. The one thing I liked about the play-ins, right, is like the playoffs before the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, hey, you ready for the playoffs? Here's a little playoffs to get into the playoffs. Sold. I'll take it. So
I was like, at first I didn't like it, and then I was like the next year they did it. I was like, okay, I'm kind of buying it a little bit this year. I'm like, you know what, this is kind of cool. It's like this is
Yeah,
your last chance of making the playoffs, and
it makes it
it's
a
like
little bit
do
more
or die.
exciting.
Well,
Yeah,
or except for the well, cause like the loser of the Nets in Cleveland, they'll face the loser for the Cleveland. Well, say Cleveland lose, right?
yeah.
Then Cleveland will face the loser of the Hornets, and
Mhm.
that's who, how you get your eight, and those two face for the eighth seed. I
Right.
like that. So
Okay. And here's the other thing, though. I do feel a little bad, right? I think I'd be a little bit more exhausted going into the playoffs than the rested team. That kind of sucks
yes,
a little bit, but um, it gives them a chance, you know. And honestly, if one of these teams were to get into the playoffs and still take it all the way to the championship, how great of a story would that be? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it'll be a first.
yeah,
That's for sure. Because
yeah,
technically, it's like yes, it's like the third year of them doing it. Um, Never happened yet. Is
right.
there a time where it could happen? It could. It's like
It's just a great
it's like
underdog story.
well, yeah, like um it's like the March Madness, right? It's like a Sweet 16 could be another one team in the first round. So it has happened. So it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
it's any given, but this is pretty much do or die for
Oh yeah. All these teams.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Which
because
is
like the playoffs, you got seven. Pretty much, you can go to 7 games, and then if
right.
you lose the first game, you still have a chance. But the loser has one more chance, and then if you don't do it, then you're done.
It's great TV. Let's just put it that way.
I agree.
Oh man. Well, any other news that we need to report on right now at all?
So I am going live on the NFL draft. Yeah, NFL draft. It will be April 28th. I'm only doing the first round. Um, so it'll be 4:45 Pacific time, 6:45 Central Mountain Time, and then 7:45 Eastern Time.
Cool.
So I'm going 15 minutes before the draft kicks off and stuff that, and we'll get the ball rolling for the draft.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it, man. It's gonna be really good. I can't wait to hear your insights. It's gonna be really good, man.
Yeah, I got the day off for that day, so I can just prep all day and get everything going for you guys.
Nice, nice. Well, very cool, man. Well, make sure you tune in to John's first round draft, and then man, words are hard today, dude. Developmental first round. But no matter what you guys do, make sure you like, share, comment. You know, we like to hear from you. And we'll see you guys all on the next show.
Peace.
Peace.